I'm located in Stevensville, Maryland, and I'm running about 300 watts right now to a flagpole antenna with 64 radio hundreds located about 100 feet from the edge of the Chesapeake Bay. I'm going to make a slight adjustment here. Take me more up to 300, not 350 watts. We have right now about, this is a FreeDV activity net, Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. We meet. We have right now 35 check-ins. And I'll read off the check-in list as soon as we hear a little bit from WA5QPZ Dudley, who does quite a few things here that you may be interested in with regards to checking out your listening to the net and also checking out how you sound. WA5QPZ Dudley, your comments on that, please. M3FL.
Well, very good, Fred, and you're so gracious to pick up the net. You do an outstanding job of manning the control at the 40-meter flex. 40-meter FreeDV net. I get confused. I do too many. Anyways, this WA5QPZ, there's several ways that you can listen if you're not hearing a lot or having trouble decoding or whatever. You can go to Echolink and search under my call, WA5QPZ, Quebec Papa Zulu, or Quick Ping Zebras, and search for that, and you can join the open conference there. It'll take up to 99. I've come nowhere near that number, but 99 folks can conference in on that Echolink. You can also go to CQ200 if you're familiar with that. Get registered, and you can have a 6-band simulated transceiver on your browser. And we're on 7182, simulated 40-meter band, and you'll find us there. Also, you can see the true podcast, live podcast of my screen on YouTube. So just go to YouTube and search for WA5QPZ. I'm recording this, and so it'll be reposted. It takes about an hour or so to get it reposted back up to YouTube, but you'll be able to play it back at that time. So that's really neat to play back. Put it on your big screen TV in the living room and listen to it. It's interesting. The FreeDV sound really comes rolling through. Not everybody's got perfect signal here, just like everybody else. I have issues receiving everybody, but I also have, like tonight, I have Utah as a backup receiver. So even if I miss it, usually Utah will pick it up. So that's a good way to, you can listen to it through Echolink or do the playback. I usually get just about everybody. With that, Fred, thank you much. Carry on, sir, and I'll help you out best I can with the logging. This WA5QPZ.
Very good, Dudley. WA5QPZ from N3FL. And I've definitely damaged this meter. Oh, well. I'll have to see if I can't fix that another time. Okay, so I have a visitor in the shack. That's my dog. It's a 12-pound toy. It's a 12-pound poodle, and he doesn't normally come downstairs, but tonight he's decided he wants to participate in the net. So he'll be check-in number 36. All right, here we go. Let's go down the list. I'm going to read all the check-ins from A to Z. Pay attention. Listen for your call and position. I'm number 1. Dudley's number 2. KHCHY, K0PFX, K9UWB is number 5. KC5SW, KM4INA, N0PTK, N3TJK, N8UG is number 10. VE3NSV, W6DJ, W7YC, WA8KCW, KR1IS is 15, KX3DM, BE3RGW, AI6RE, N3WT, and W9FLA is number 20. WA6SUZ, AA0KM, K4IKP, KC9TTF, number 25 is K4VVR. KHA62R, AD30, KD8VNU, KS4K, K3FZT is number 30. AC3EW, KV5R, W3NJT, VA3WTB, N8IJG is number 35. And I see some more signals here, some more here. I think it's, let me see if I got this one real quick. And I think I'm up to date. Here we go. So at the next in line to talk, these are the next 5 guys: KHCHY, K0PFX, K9UWB, KC5SW, and KM4INA. So KHCHY, Dane, your comments on that, please, N3FL.
Well, good evening to everyone on the net. It's a pleasure to be back. Last week I was visiting in a friend's house in another state during the time of the net, and I brought up Echolink, and I tried to let them listen to Fred talk, and they all thought that these bunch of guys are a bunch of weirdos, which maybe we are. Anyway, it's really good tonight, Fred. You're really lighting up the board. You're getting out everywhere. So it's good to be back, and it's great to be a part of this net. This is KCHY, back to net control.
Yeah, very good, Dane. KCHY N3FL. I don't like being a YouTube star. I'll tell everybody right now. But it is what it is. It's all for us to have fun and experiment with FreeDV and to promote it. And I'm hoping that the developers and of FreeDV, everyone working on FreeDV, is pleased with what we're doing here. Next in line, K0PFX. Mel, your comment from this, please. N3FL.
Yeah, good evening, Red and everybody on the net. Yeah, looks like some really good signals this evening. And, well, you're our star, Fred, so really appreciate you running the net here. This is my first evening with the waveform. The 3D waveforms loaded into the Flex 8600. And just click on FreeDV lower side band and away we go here. So it looks like it's working out pretty nice. Remind everybody, Dayton's coming up the 15th through the 17th. And FreeDV will have a booth there, 1909. So please stop by and say hello to Walter K5WH and myself. And if you have a little time to give us a break, you're welcome to spend some time in the booth and meet fellows that come by and answer questions and so forth. Back to you, Fred K. N3FL. Great signal tonight, K0PFX, Mel in St. Louis.
Okay, very good, Mel. Thanks a lot for your comments. And wish I was going this year. I was trying to go, but it didn't work out. Yeah, everyone there looking for help at the at their, well, what do you call it there, whatever the position is. And stop by. I met Mel and Walt and Munir at Orlando. Him, Casey, and had a great time talking to him. It was good to sit down and shake hands, but they were a pretty busy bunch, I'll tell you that. Okay, next in line, K9UWB. Dave, your comments on that, please. N3FL.
K9UWB. Fred, thanks for doing the net. And as always, you got a booming signal here into the Chicago land area. Well, the last couple of days, I upgraded my Flex 6500 to the new version of DAX and CAT. And it was just my blind luck that I was able to get FreeDV working again. It appeared that labels had changed. I won't say the procedure has really changed, but the install labels seem like they changed substantially. Things that used to have drop-down boxes, in my case at least, didn't have any drop-down boxes or only had one or two entries. So it appeared to be quite different. That's the labels. I'm not going to say the procedure was different, but it was kind of by blind luck that I got everything working. I need a lot of help when it comes to software. I'm good with the hardware, but when it comes to the software, I'm a little short. So I'll get back in. And again, thanks for doing on that M3FL K9 UWB near Chicago.
Pete from N3FL, thanks for your comments. I'm sure that others will appreciate your comments regarding the Flex. I know there's a lot of Flex users out there. And now I wanted to point out, I added out another 5 people here. See, number 35 was N8IJG. 36 KK4YGF, then N2KDE, KF6IWW, N3HYS. K4GDJ is number 40, and KA9CAR is number 41. And we are right now on our way to talking to KC5SW. Sam, your comments on that, please. He's number 5, N3FL.
Thank you. The greetings to all from Euless, where I mentioned anything. My sincere apologies for the key down, which was accidental, but it did highlight the need for some improvement in terms of timeouts, which has been noted by a couple of comments. Anyway, I'm not sure that can be computer does with so many seconds to say what you're saying. But I don't know. It will work itself somehow. I wanted also to mention that we're on the no general zone, in the no general zone, 7.182 on the HF band, which can account for not as many people participating in the net as would like to. And there is a tremendous amount of generals out there that that I personally know was not able to hit on 40 meters. They can, maybe someone could see possible to make some adjustments to the net frequency so it allow the generals a chance to participate. It's not an extra only club here. Let me try and stop at that. I could go on until Christmas, but back to you, Fred. Nancy 3 Foxtrot Lima. This is Kilo Charlotte 5 Sugar Whiskey.
Okay, very good, Sam. I just checked the frequency allocations, and according to the ARL published frequency allocation chart, generals can operate from 7175 to 7300. We're at 7182, so the generals can check in here. That's per my quick shot to the web. It was also per my memory. And it says general class here, 40-meter phone, 7175 to 7300 in multiple places. So I think we're okay where we are now. All right, next in line, KM4INA, number 7. I mean, I got rid of the next 5. KM4INA, N0PTK, N3TJK, N8UG, VE3NSV. That's the next 5. So Pedro, KM4INA. I hope you're hearing me down there in Newport News. You're pretty close. It's N3FL. Your comments for that, please. Nothing heard. Dudley, can you let's see if I'm getting him. I'm gonna look here and see if KM4I is even still on here. He may not be here any longer. He is not. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one in the list. N0 PTK, Paul, Jackson, Tennessee, N3FL. Your comments on that, please.
Yes, good evening, Fred and Dudley, and all of you on the FreeDV net. I'm glad to see that this net keeps on going strong. It's good to see that. And it's a tribute to you guys running it too, so thank you. I'm running Yaesu FTX 1 Optima with about 300 watts, the REO 100 antenna. And looks like I'm getting mostly everybody across the chart here, so that's good. I won't take up most of the time here, and I appreciate you again. 73, back to that. This is N0 PTK.
Very good, Paul. The Tar Heel 100. I gotta look that thing up. I think I did look it up one time. That's you're doing very well with that antenna. So and the Optima, that's a nice radio, brand spanking new. But stay in line. N3TJK, N3TJK, N3FL. Tim, your comments on that, please. It's interesting. Okay, N3TJK from N3FL. Your audio is not getting through. I can see it pretty clearly here that your signal was missing audio. I could even see the carriers didn't look like they were doing much. So check your audio, and then we'll try and get you later. But there was plenty of signal, but no audio came out of it. Next in line, N8UG, N8UG, and I see I got some other stations I need to add in here. Give me 1 second before I lose them. It's WB3EGD, I see here. I see N9RIX. And I think that got me caught up. So WB3EGD is number 42, N9RIX is number 43. And now I got to flip back up here. We're on number 10, N8UG. Press from N3FL. Your comments on that, please.
I don't know if you call me or not. Because I'm still writing up on this and my letters in my clothes. I'm making a link. This is my first time checking in. Oh, I say, N3F,
Very good, Rick. WB3EGD from Rich in Hazleton, PA. Thanks so much for your comments. We appreciate it, and we'll mark you down for comments complete. And let's go back up here to NAUG. We didn't hear. Next in line. Here goes the next five. VE3NSV, W6DJ, W7YC, WA8KCW, and KO at the top of the list. Terry, your comments for the net. VE3NSV, N3FL.
Yeah, and the 3FL from V3SV. Very good, Fred. Good evening, everybody on that, and thanks to Fred and Dudley for putting that together. SDR today, 9.5, and I'm telling you, it's everybody's got a really good decode. I'm not getting very many artifacts at all. Everybody sounds like they're in the room here with me. And conditions are really good. Pretty much everybody's lined up the whole screen here on the FreeDV Reporter, so it's a good night. It's great to hear everybody out there. I got a couple on Aether SDR and a couple on the new integrated Flex edition with the FreeDV being run natively there, so very good on that. Otherwise, Fred, won't hold you up, and I will be at Dayton, so I will look for the booth. I'm not sure where it is exactly, but I'll try and hunt it down. So looking forward to saying hi to everybody. We'll pass it back to Net Control, N3FO from VE3 NSC.
And have fun at Dayton. Wish I was there. Oh well, it's the way life goes. I'm hoping I'm going to make it next year. So thanks a lot for your comments, and we'll see you next week. Next in line, W6 Delta Juliet, Dave in Sunnyvale, California. Your comments for that, please, is N3FO. Okay, W6DJ from N3FL. Unfortunately, I couldn't copy you, and you weren't coming into the Utah receiver. But thanks for checking in, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. All right, next in line, W7YC, Rick, Fort Worth, Texas. Your comments on that place, N3FL.
Good evening, Fred and everyone. It's good to hear everyone tonight. Good signals from everyone, pretty much. And it's good to hear Mel and others who are running the native waveform in the Flex. That's always exciting. I know you're running an Elecraft P4, Fred. Any rumblings that you hear from Elecraft to where they might be thinking about being able to do the same thing as Flex in terms of incorporating RAID into the K4 in 3FLW7YC?
Yeah, W7YC from N3FL. No, I'm not sure what the processor is in there and what it's capable of doing. I haven't asked the question, and but you know it's worth asking. I'm sure as soon as I do that, all the big DXers will slam me for diverting them from the slated tasks that they have to work the world by amateur radio. All right. Anyway, next in line, WA8KC. It'd be nice if they could do it. They might do it someday if it's done and if it's doable. Right now they're going to do the spectral subtraction noise reduction is going in here in the next one. I think that's what their user group really wants badly. All right, next to another Fred out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. WA8KCW, Fred out in Albuquerque. N3FL, your comments on that, please.
FL, WAKCW Albuquerque. Good evening, Fred. Thanks for doing the net. I've got an echo here. I may get rid of. There. Sorry about that. I got a running halfway with 20 meters inside, about 10 feet of altitude, not much altitude, running about 70 watts, and to a Fluke 6700. And we have light rain here, but not much today so far. And weather is cool, but decent, so can't really complain. So, call it quits. 73 everybody. WAKCW, back to that.
Okay, Fred, very good. Relay KCW from N3FL. Thanks for your comments for the net. Light rain out there, and I think that's we got some rain coming in here tomorrow. All right, next in, let me know how to read off the next five. It's KR1IS, KX3DM, VE3RGW, AI6RE, N3WT. That's the next five. So, Chris, your comments for that place. KR1S, KR1IS. Boy, I tell you, my eyesight just can't handle that call. N3FL, your comments for the net.
It's been a little while since I've checked into this net. Got a new radio that says 7300 down. Just got a couple days back and got it all set up for this, so looks like it's working. Yeah, anyway, just out here in Southern California. Windy, but other than that, no rain yet. So, but anyway, I'm going to give you another one out here, and I hope everyone has a good rest of the evening. This is Karen Ray, Southern Cal.
Very good, Chris. KR1IS from N3FL. I got about 90% of that correct. There's only a few dropouts. Good to hear from you. Great signal here on the East Coast. Next in line, KX3DM. KX3 Delta Mike and 84PA from N3FL. Your comments for the net, please, Don.
Hey, guys. Turning it really great. It's up California. It ain't reaching its tourist stations in California, couldn't hear at all. But everybody else was loud and clear. So we were 18 to 20 most. Appreciate everybody, and the net control is always just done a great job. I don't know how he handles so many numbers that he's there. Well, wrote them all down, maybe, I don't know. Anyhow, it's enough back to net, JX3,
KX3DM and 3FL. Thanks for your comments for the net. And what I do when the net is over is I go upstairs, sit down, and have a cold drink of ice water or something to try and calm down. It takes you about an hour to wind down from all this. Thanks a lot for your comments. Next in line, Pat, VE3RGW. VE3RGW in Ontario, November 3 Foxtrot Lima. Your comments for that place.
Actually, from Victor Control Radio Germany Whiskey. So, just to I don't think
that's
Yeah.
Yeah, very good, Pat. You have a great signal in here, and you're doing really well for long wire, and I think you said 25 watts. It's pretty darn good. I'm running 350 watts to into my vertical, which has, and sometimes I switch back and forth over to the horizontal stepper of beam. But tonight seems like the vertical's doing the job. All right, next in line, Don, out in San Jose, California. How you doing this evening? AI6RE N3FL.
Good evening, Fred. Well, hopefully I'm getting out there. Sounds good to hear. I'm only running a couple hundred watts. A lot of in-between stations aren't quite decoding tonight. But the ones way back east and down your way, everybody's pretty good. So, cool day in San Jose. Little overcast all day. Supposed to start warming up next week. And you're sounding great as usual. So we'll let it go at that. Turn it back to you, Fred. Have a great evening. AI 6 sorry.
Good, Don. AI6RE from N3FL, 100% copy. 100% copy. Thanks for your comments, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. All right, I'll read off the next five. N3WT, W9FLA, WA6SUZ, AA0KM, K4RKP, and my dog is deciding what he's going to do next. Now he's sitting in my lap here. Don't touch that space bar. Out there to you, John, N3WT, N3FL. Your comments on that, please.
Henry, FL, this is NWT. Okay, Fred, I hope you're copying me. Okay. I'm copying most people quite well here tonight. We're working with what I got to use to let GD extend to a 160 meter delta loop. And Fred, if you're copying me, I'll be driving by your house, say in beautiful Island this Thursday afternoon. I'll be going to Crisfield, Maryland for the weekend. We're going to go out to Smith Island, and then we're going down to Tangier Island, coming back up to Crisfield on Sunday. So it's going to be quite the adventure. Keeping an eye on the weather, especially the winds. So back to you, Fred, N3FL and 3WT.
Good, John. If you get stuck anywhere, give me a call. Send me a text, an email. I'll be on. We're just 2 miles off north of the Bay Bridge, on the western shore of Kent Island. So you'll be within 2 miles of my house when you're across that bridge. I know exactly where you're going, what you're up to. I just had a Smith Island cake the other day that had, what was it? I think it had 9 layers in it. And boy, was it good. Okay. And of course, you'll get lots of good seafood and other things too. So, all right, next in line. W9FLA in Columbia City, India. Another friend, hot dogs. W9FLA, N3FL, your comments on that, please. Okay, nothing heard. So next in line, North Carolina, Rick in North Carolina, WA6SUZ from N3FL. Your comments on that, please.
I am hello, Fred and the group. It's good to hear everybody this evening. Let's see. Everybody, but I'm doing okay. I was mainly drawn to FreeDV for the low power aspect. So been running low power the first few weeks. Tonight I'm pumping about 400 watts, maybe 5, just to see if it's going to work out this way. And that's about it. Appreciate you running the net force once again, Fred, and 7-3. WA6SUZ back to net control.
Yeah, very good. Rick, WA6SUC from N3FL, you pretty much lit up the board. Only a couple stations for hearing you. Yeah, you can do it low power. I think I was talking to Mel one day on 20 meters, and we went all the way down. I was at a lot. He was still copying me perfectly, and I said, well, why don't we go down even further? But I think he said, no, I got enough information here. It was 1 watt. He didn't need me to go down. I was going to see if I could get all the way down to 100 milliwatts. I don't know if I could measure it. That would be the big problem. Because my meter certainly doesn't measure it. Okay, next in line. Jeff, AA0KM, N3FL, your comments for the net, please.
Yeah, N3FL, A0KM. That salt water must be working for you, Fred. You always run a good net. It looks like most people hear you most of the time. And yeah, the FreeDV, I've noticed what little I've ran it up on 15 meters and 17 meters, those quieter bands, I think even lower power cuts through those bands as well. So yeah, if you don't catch the upper bands with them being open, even reducing power, I think I did 10 watts and talked to California a time or two. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I normally run 50 to 75. So, but yeah, it's it's like HDTV. When you get it, and it's great, and it doesn't really matter on the signal strength. As long as the other person copies, and it's wonderful. So anyway, I don't have much else. A lot of rain, and spring is coming on strong. Lots of mowing yards, all that good stuff. 73, N3FL, net control A0KM.
Yeah, very good, Jeff. A0KM, N3FL. Yes, that's I've worked all of those. I've worked Stefan. Gee, I can't remember his call. I think it's DF6V. I can't remember anyway. I've worked Stefan on all those bands. 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10 meters successfully, and it's really amazing. All right, so next in line, K4RKP, Bob in Kennesaw, Georgia, N3FL. Your comments on that, please.
Yeah, David, my friend, one or two that I didn't hear, but everybody else is Q5 copy. One thing I've noticed, I've upgraded to the latest and greatest versions of FreeDV, and I'm using, since I use Linux and compile, in fact, I'm recompiling it tonight. Ever since about the last rev of it, my text messages are no longer appearing on the FreeDV Reporter. I have them in the menu and whatnot, but it is on Schlabberg. I have to figure out why. Maybe somebody else has the answer for me. And on that, hopefully everybody has a great evening. Back to you then, Fred. And to the FLM group, it's Skype or KP.
Yeah, very good, Bob. K4RKP from N3FL. Maybe somebody can comment on that. I'm not running a link, so if I don't, I can't help you there. And I'm sure if you put it on the forum on the digital voice group, you'll get an answer of some sort back pretty quick. All right, next in line, JC9 Tango Foxtrot in Middleton, Wisconsin from N3FL. Scott, your comments on that. Negative copy. Negative copy. Next in line, Kilowatt 4, Victor Bravo Romeo, Rich in Virginia Beach, N3FL. Your comments for the net, please.
20 watts to a dipole where you need it, in red dipole. And so for anything on I think you were just a message, you know, I'm enjoying this. Back then, enjoy your battle.
Yeah, K4 VBR is renting good. And one quick comment for you. You can turn your audio up some. Your audio, if you go look on your mic, let me call it, peaking up around point 0.4 or around point 0.4, point 0.3, point 0.4, somewhere between point 0.2, point 0.4. So you can crank that audio up a little bit. I checked it on my end here, and it's low. So I went to turn my volume up actually, and then I said, well, wait a minute, let me check to see if it's me or whether you could really add some more on your end. So crank your volume up a little bit. You should be averaging in the 0.2 to 0.4 with occasional peaks, maybe above 0.4. That's what my audio is doing, at least. I think that pretty much follows the guidelines. All right, next in line. Let's see. Let me go back to where I was. I lost my place here. There we go. All right, here's going to be the next five. KK6DQR, AD30, KD8VNU, KS4K, and K3ZFZT. So here we go at the top of that list, KJ6DQR. Earl, your comments.
At a city called about 5 miles southeast of Palm Springs. Looks like a former driving a little bit. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for doing the net, you and your team. We definitely appreciate it around here. We spark some interest in this, so you may have a few more looking in here on your net. But we appreciate what you do. You guys have a great week. KJ6, DDQ1.
Yeah, very good, Earl. Yeah, you're hitting a tiny bit hot. It was certainly a lot louder than Rich was, but he was too, not enough. E30, Dennis, out in, no, he's down in Florida. I tried to fool me again. Or did you come back, Dennis? 830 N3FL.
We're still down here eating another week. It's only be checked again, please. Then packed it up in yeah, so good signals tonight. Nice to hear everybody. It's the usual gratitude. Next week. Then for the FL,
Great, Dennis. Great signal here. Beautiful copy, and we'll look for you next week, wherever you may be. All right, next in line, KD8VNU, Scott in Bay Village, Ohio, from N3FL. Your comments on that place.
Hello, Fred and Dudley and the Nets. Here is KD8VNU. Got a rainy and cool evening here on the northwest of it's up and down time of year. But anyhow, I'm just running my phone per usual. 20 watts. Sun is not terribly hot. I'm working on getting it up a little higher to about 15 feet off the ground. Maybe if you get messed up, I could peak so we'll I can get up substantially higher. And I'm looking forward to getting out to Hugh Invention in a week or so. That'll be pretty cool. Find the FreeDV booth and say hi to everybody. So I'll turn it back to the net 73's everybody, and we'll get you down the road. Be you.
DNU from N3FL or your phone. Sounds good. Audio sounds good. Everything sounds good. It's amazing what one can do with their phones. Years ago, not too long ago, I was on 630 meters. And I was sitting in a restaurant working FT8 while I was waiting to get my dinner by remotely controlling the radio back in the shack. Thought that was kind of a thrill for me, but that's pretty simple compared to what you're doing. All right, next in line, KS4K, Dennis. Your comments on that, please. This is N3FL.
Okay, N3FL, look great. From KS4K, good evening, Fred. Sounding good here in the southeast Georgia this evening. And it's been a few weeks since I've been on here. But it's good to get back and see everybody on the net. And it looks like we got some pretty good band conditions. And hope everything's going well with you here and everybody else. Yeah, just running the same old equipment here. ICOM 7300. The left center head over here in the side of the yard here. So nothing else much to report. Well, appreciate the job you're doing on the net, and we'll catch up with you next time around. N3FL 73 in the group from KS4K.
Very good. Very good, Dennis. Steve, excuse me, Dennis. Very good, Dennis. Thanks a lot for your comment. You have beautiful signal in here. And I remember at the night we had back in July, I think it was, where we just thought, well, let's get together on Tuesday night and you, me, Dane, and gosh, I can't remember. Oh, geez. Well, anyway, we thought we'd just get together that Tuesday night, but publicize it. And the next thing you know, we had 30 guys show up. So, and that started the net. So thanks a lot for your comments, Dennis. I look forward to seeing you next week. Next in line, K3 Foxtrot Zulu Tango in Philadelphia, PA. Steve, I hope you're copying me up there. Okay, this is M3FL. Your comments in that place. Okay, K3ZFT from M3FL. I didn't get any decode out of her audio. You had plenty of signal, but I just couldn't pull the audio through. So take a look at what you at your system there and check your audio. Go look at the. You can do some. You can click. You can on the PTT button. You can right click on the PTT button and monitor transmitted audio, and that kind of gives a feeling of what you're doing. It also makes it difficult to talk at the same time. Let me turn it off and look at your from mic to see if you're getting the proper amount of modulation there. Should be between 0.2 and 0.4. 73 studio. We'll get you maybe next week or later tonight if you hang around after the net. See if you can get things adjusted and contact some other people and get some comments on your audio. Next in line, here we go, the next five. AC3EW, King Victor 5 Romeo, W3NJT, VA3WTB, and N8IJG. The N8IJG is number 35, and we do have 43 people here, so we're getting close to the bottom of the list. All right, AC3EW, Mark, your comments, please, N3FL.
audio decode. And another good one. I did it right, and then I get exuberant to this thing, I'm getting a little too hard. But most people's audio is coming through nice and good. This is probably the best audio decode night of the nights I've been on this net. And almost only 2 or 3 stations I haven't been able to decode. And everyone else, from distant and near, I've been decoding well, so it's a good one to look at. From decoding anyway, and actually me, and so I'm kind of taking an eye on that as well. So I'm saying you're going to get 3 stations on it. So back to you, Fred. Thanks for running in that. Always a great experience. Back to that, this is AC going.
Yeah, very good, Mark. AC3WFN3FL, well, perfect copy here. And you probably limit about probably close to between 80 and 90% of the stations there. So I think you're doing pretty well. The conditions seem to be pretty good tonight. I'm looking at it, and right now I'm lighting everybody up, but the guys over in Japan. So it'd be nice if I could light them up one of these days. Who knows? Next in line, Team Victor 5 Romeo, KB5R. Harold, your comments on that, please. N3FL. Nothing heard, and he's dropped off of FreeDV Reporter. Next in line, W3NJT. W3NJT up in Tawnytown. From N3FL, your comments on that, please, Roland. Yeah, Roland, you're missing your audio. We got plenty of signal, but not enough audio. Can get a decode on you in Neither Could Utah. So take a look at what's going on. And again, you can look at the from your mic and look at your right click on your PTT and listen to your monitor audio. That might give you some clue what's going on. And if not, then it could be feedback, some RF feedback issues. Okay, next in line, VA3WTB. Bill, I haven't heard from you in a while. What you up to up there in this N3FL?
Fred and Dudley, good to hear you guys on tonight. Thank you. I'm on my Fix 6500 here, and using either SDR in Linux, and I'm using the built-in FreeDV feature in either SDR. And they've added something to the feature last Friday where as soon as you select the mic, speak in FreeDV, it automatically assigns the details to the FreeDV as soon as you click read, and that's one less thing you have to think about. Anyways, things go on, and things are looking good. So I'm glad to see everybody on frequency tonight, and it's a big group. I can't believe how many people we have. The propagation tonight's been excellent. There's only 5 people I couldn't hear, and 2 out of the 5 were people who were no responses. So I can hear with everybody tonight. Great night for FreeDV. Thanks a lot, Fred. And back to net control. This is VA3WTB.
Hey, Bill. Thanks for your comments. Good to hear from you. I look forward to hearing from you next week. And I'm now beginning to see what's going on here. I'm looking over on FreeDV, and I'm seeing that. Let's see. Um, yeah, over here doing the flex advertisement of yeah, no, never mind. It is keyed in by you guys. I thought maybe that the automatic reporting went ahead and did a little advertisement for the software and maybe the radio, but now I'm not sure that's the case. But that would be a pretty neat trick. Okay, next in line, N8IJG. N8IJG, Bill in Wickliffe, Ohio, from M3FL. Your comments on that, please.
N3 FL, November 8, India Juliet Golf. Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody on the net. This is Training. I've been using FreeDV for about 2 months now, and just found out from Dudley and that. So just wanting to pop in. I'm running a Icon 7300 at about 45 watts with inverted V up about 30 feet. So that's the equipment here. Hopefully I'm getting that's copyable, and so impressed with the net and all the signals I've been receiving. So I'll send it back to you, Fred. M3FL, N8IGAG.
Very good, Bill. N8IJG from N3FL. Great signal here, 100% copyable, and the audio sounded great. And I just added John K9FD to the bottom of the list here, and he's number 44. And we just completed number 35. I'm going to read out starting with 36. KK4YGF into KBE, KF6IWW, N3HYS, K4GGJ, the next 5. So, Steve, out there to you, KK4YGF. Your comments for that, please, N3FL. I'm sorry, that's KK4YG. I got that wrong. Let me clear that out of there. KK4YG, my apologies. Let's try that. KK4YG, Pablo in Parkland, Florida. Your comments on that, please, N3FL.
Well, this is KK4YG for that. Well, hello everybody. Well, tonight is good night for me. Usually I have to find the receiver. I'm gonna set up to receiver one, but I receive pretty much 90% of the stations. I've been listening for the last hour, and I figured out my radio settings. I basically have to max out the gain, switch the AGC off, and stop turn off the noise reduction. That's the trick. Typically quite nice, but finally I got it set up. This is the opportunity, that's the only opportunity for me to use this system. I don't know where else normally it's used. If you use any other frequency or any other band, recent activity that will be useful information. Alright, these are the comments from Kilo Hoya Kilo, but the main control.
Good, Pablo, 100% copy. And yes, if you look over in the where it says radio frequency megahertz, and hopefully I'm not going to accidentally kick them, you'll see standard frequencies that people are on, and it is around the world. But I can tell you that 14236 is where people tend to hang out during the daytime, because you get let me lock my frequency down before I accidentally push myself off somewhere I don't want to be. 14236 during the day, 20 meters, is where a lot of people hang out. And it's not uncommon to work some VKs while you're, if you get there at the right time of day, the VKs check in. So try that out, 14236. Some 7197, I think, on 40 meters. Maybe some other people can call in on what's going on 40 meters besides. Here, I typically am on during the net, and then it's I catch as catch can. I'm usually on 14236, or moving the through the higher bands during the daytime. I don't do much at night um, beyond this net. Okay, next in line, N2KBE, Steve Springfield, Pennsylvania, N3FL. Your comments for the net, please.
Okay, N3FL in the group here. This is N2KBE. Yeah, you got my name wrong there, Fred. It's John in Monroe, North Carolina. So no problem there. But we're operating a Flex A600M at just under 300 watts right now, using using an INRAD M650 microphone connected right to the radio. We downloaded the firmware for the Flex 4.2.18, and we got the Flex waveform in the radio and the 8600M. Most of the stations out there very well. And I just wanted to say hello to everybody, and everybody have a good night, and we'll look for you again next time there. N3FL in the group, this is N2KDE 73. What happens is if I make a typo and then I go back and correct it, the information with the name, preferred name, all that stuff to the right of the call sign in the middle, it doesn't. If you go back and you correct the call, it doesn't change the rest of those columns. Don't ask me why, but I didn't write the software, I just used it. So the morning I went back and I cleared the row and put your call sign in, up it came like it should have. Oh well. All right, here's the next 5 that we have. KF6IWW, N3HYS, K4GDJ, KA9CAR, WB3EGD, and I'll just read off the remaining 2 after that, N9RX and K9FB. So here we go with number 39 out of 44, N3HYS, N3FL. Your comments on that, please.
You forgot number 38.
I make mistakes. Thanks for pointing that out, and did it quickly. Do it. KF6 IWW, Kevin, N3FL. Take it away.
Yeah, I felt like one of my kids in high school getting left out. I was about to go march in the house pouting. Anyways, also I'm getting out okay. Name here is Kevin. I'm in Southern Cal, and hopefully I'm doing better than the last time. I'm writing everything through the Maritron 811H. Putting, I don't know, it's running a couple hundred watts, and so anyways, I gotta work on getting a better un for my NFED here. It's only rated at 50 watts, so I gotta make it quick. So I'm looking at Ballon designs and my antenna to increase the power output. So anyways, hi to everybody. Turn this down, hopefully I'm not clipping. And boy, this group is really growing, 44. I remember when it was, getting on here, it was in the 20s when I first got on these nets. So anyway, 7-3 to all, and my son's coming over for a visit, and you guys all take care. I'll talk to you next week. This is KF6IWW in Southern California.
KF6 and IWW in Southern California. Kevin, great copy. Great copy on your get your power up. I'm sure you'll be hitting even more stations than you were then, but I copy you loud and clear here. Thanks for checking in. And let's see. Now I'm on to N3HYS, but I don't see him on FreeDV Reporter. So real quick, we'll stand by for him and see if he's back. N3HYS, N3FL. Your comments on that, please. Ain't nothing heard. Next in line. I believe they're still here. I'm looking. I don't see it. Let's see. K4GDG. Your comments for that, please. N3FL. Negative. It was K4GDJ was the call sign there. My apologies. Next in line, K89CAR. I see that you are there. John, your comments on that, please, is N3FL.
Join 3FL in the group. Good evening. This is K89CAR, about 30 miles northwest of Chicago. Copying most stations pretty well, and was comparing signal to noise ratios of my vertical versus my horizontal, and as the evening has progressed, the vertical has a better SNR. Just running 50 or 60 watts here to a right now to a vertical wire. Nice to hear everybody. K9CAR, back to that.
John K9CAR from N3FL. You know, that's what I find. I go back and forth between the vertical and the horizontal antenna here. Plus, I also have a 3-element active vertical array that I go to on occasions. But tonight, the vertical is winning in almost all cases. Sometimes for the close-in guys, I go to horizontal. All right, so I tell you what, Richard, you get to let's see if you're still out there and do you have anything else you want to add this evening. WB3EGD. Your comments for that N3FL. Okay, I figured he might have left. Did check in earlier. So, and we heard from him. Next in line, N9RIX. N9RIX from November 3 Foxtrot Lima. And the FreeDV activity net. Your comments are up for the net.
Okay, good evening, everybody on the net. Hello, Fred. And there I've got the 440 turned down in the background. So Rob here in Baxter, don't really have anything to add to the net. It looks like output power is about 50 watts into a big IR vertical. I can hear most everybody on the net. A few folks with some artifacts, but not bad. Other than that, back to you, Fred. Thanks for running the net in 9 or IX.
Running the another stepper product, the Monster IR. Nice. I would have wanted to run one of those here, but when I initially moved in, I was restricted. I was worried about visual restrictions, so the flagpole's down by the water, and that's where I wanted to put up a Monster IR. But in order to avoid, if you put up a flagpole, that is considered patriotic, and there's no permit required, nothing, and nobody complains. But if you put up a Monster IR, there was a chance that somebody might complain. So what the heck? I put up the 31-foot flagpole, but I've since overcome all that and gotten approval to put up my tower for 40-footer, and I have the stepper on it. All right, next in line, Kilowatt 9, Foxtrot Bravo, John, Kokomo, Indiana. Last but not least, N3FL, your comments on that.
All right, very good. Let's see if I've got audio. Yes, I do. I'm honored to be at the bottom of the list here tonight. Sorry, I'm a little late arriving, but good evening, Fred and the net. I've been playing with Ether SDR with my Flex, both Windows and Linux versions of that. I have not yet checked out transmitting on that yet, so I'm back on my house here. But it's getting exciting now. The developments in Ether SDR and also Flex Smart SDR are coming along so quickly that it's hard to keep up with everything. And there's just an enormous amount of interest, it appears, in FreeDV. And all this new stuff is working extremely well. I'm hearing just about everybody tonight. High five. So, thanks for being here, Fred, and everyone on the net. Good to hear everyone tonight. Back to that.
N3FL in the group. This is K9FB.
Yeah, very good, John. You know what? That's that uh, uh, premier position. Last. Um, last but not least. Save the best for last. We'll let it go at that. Okay. So we had 44 check-ins tonight, and real quick, what I'm going to do is ask if they missed anybody out there first. Is there anyone who was has not been recognized as checked in who would like to check in at this time? Please give me a call, says N3FL.
No, listen to that. Listen to that. It's some.
Okay, there was W6. Give me that phonetically. Was it ACD? I think out in California, I had you loud and clear, but give me that phonetically, please. Please.
What would be Whiskey 6 Kilo Charlie Victor Kelvin, W6 KCD, Southern California.
Gotcha. W6KCB from N3FL. Thanks so much for call. I also see another station in there that's brand new here. N3WT just showed up on, no, he's already been here. Okay, let me clear that out of there. My fault. Let me see if I see anybody else down there. I don't think so. Anyone else who wishes to check in and hasn't been recognized at this point in time is N3FL.
FZT's got his audio fixed. K3 Steve, K3 F I can't read it. FZT. I'll get it right in a minute. It's W5 QPs.
Second, first let's get comments from Kevin as he checked in there. W6KCV. Good evening, and you now at the bottom of the list. You saved John K9FB from being at the bottom of the list. Your comments for the net, please, N3FL.
You're picking me up to spin traffic, and they really appreciate loving the net. It's the most professional thing anybody's ever seen. Well, thank you, 73 W6KCV in Palos Verdes, California.
Kelvin, W6KCD from N3FO. I got most of that, and I didn't flip over quick enough to echo-link. But thanks for your comments, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. So now let's real quick. We want to go back to M3FZT. Excuse me, K3FZT. Hang on one second here. I'm trying to find him in the list. Figures. You know, always when you're looking, there he is, K3FZT. Steve, you want to see if you're, you get your audio fixed yet to N3FL?
Well, my kids, my audio was so I'll be on it. English, QSOs, you know. No, I have been enthusiastic about the digital technology. And I'm running an FADX 101 and 8 into an FADX 101 look better than 50 into about 50. I want to thanks for giving me a second shot. This is Steve. Stay well. Life is beautiful. Bố là tóc queo xích người vô bằng ngô vậy. Sửa tóc gì thật rồi. Trí rồi ghép sẽ gì.
Okay, Steve, K3FC2 from N3FL. Your audio appeared to be breaking up. You had audio that time, but it seemed to be breaking up. I'm not sure what's going on there, but at least we did get some audio out of you and we could copy it. Maybe Dudley can comment a little bit on that after. Stick around, we'll close the net here in a minute. All right, if there, let's go back now for additional comments from anyone that would has an additional comment for that before we shut down. He calls N3FL. Okay, negative copy. All right, this is where we are. We have 45 people here this week. We had 46 last week, 42. During the Christmas to New Year's break, that Tuesday, when I thought we would have hardly anybody, we had 72 people. Tonight, I see almost all people I heard and or checked in, and only a couple of stations I did not hear that, and by that I mean they didn't respond. So it's been a great night. Propagation was good. Hope everybody had a good time, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Real quick though, Dudley, before we go, I think I'm going to pass it out there for you for quick comments. I'll give you a second to untangle yourself from all the wires. W85QPZ, would you like to give a final call for the net from the Midwest N3FL?
All right, very good. Thank you, Fred. And Yeoman's job, as usual, did a great job. Anyone else? Comments, queries, otherwise, late check-ins. This is WA5QPZ for the net control.
W3NJT.
All right. I heard W3NJT. Anyone else? Well, go right ahead. W3NJT, your turn. You got it. This is WA5QPZ.
Hey, how we doing, everybody? I tried to check it earlier. Tried calling, but the operator error. I had inadvertently pushed the mute button on my microphone and missed my go. So I just want to make sure everything is working again. Okay, again, rolling here in Tawnytown, Maryland.
Oh, sounding great. You're coming in like gangbusters. If you didn't make your comments earlier, go right ahead.
Things are good here, and I'm curious to know more about the latest Flex upgrade. It sounds like I have a Flex 8600. I am not on that currently on the ACO PDX10, but apparently with the latest firmware / software that Flex dumped out there, it sounds as though they've somehow incorporated the FreeDV into the software. I have to go back and look at that. I think that's what people were saying. I'm not really certain, so I'm curious to know about that. And I do like the upgrade they made. Everything seems to work better, at least for me. I liked it to begin with, and I think they've done nothing but improve it overall. So that's it. Appreciate the net, and I heard everybody tonight with the exception of, oh man, only about 2 people. And other than that, everybody came in just really well, and it was actually quite impressive. Enjoyed it completely. That's it. W3NJT rolling here in Tawnytown, Maryland.
Well, Roland, you came in to hear just perfect. You'll have to go back and listen to yourself. Yes, Flex added what they call a Docker, and you add the Docker program to it and it includes. This is only for the 8600, but it actually runs in the radio, and so. It's incorporated in the radio, and you can operate it just like any other mode or node. It shows up as a FreeDV upper and lower, and so you can select that. So you might want to look into that, Roland. So that's one of the things they added into it, and lots of little things in the background, but they also improved the DAX. They updated the DAX driver. So, but if you've made that change, you've got most of it right there. So you can add the Docker to it. All right. Anyone else have anything before I turn it back over to Fred? I just let everybody know that tonight's net was recorded, and we'll be able to upload it to YouTube. Takes about an hour or so, and then you'll be able to hear it for yourself. So anybody else? This is WA5QPZ for Net Control. Well, I didn't hear anybody else, Fred, so back off to you. And again, superb job. N3FL, WA5QPZ.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dudley. Appreciate it, and thanks for the recordings that you do and the Echo Link hookup. That's pretty helpful, I think. So with that, I'm going to close the net down. Thanks everybody for checking in, and I hope that you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week. Conditions are good. 73s, have a good evening. This is N3FL shutting down the 40-meter FreeDV activity net. See you next week.